It's 6:30, your alarm clock goes off. You worked late the day before, but that's no free ticket to sleep in. Just one day without the stupid thing ringing. You crawl out of bed, get ready within a few minutes. Not making coffee with your beloved coffee machine or preparing your healthy oatmeal. There's no time. You'll grab something on the way. If that's your life right now, here are 5 reasons to retire as soon as possible, or at least be able to. And by be able to, I mean to build up wealth to a point where you can say, I'm not going to work because I have to, because the bills have to get paid. I'm going to work because I want to, because I have actually saved and invested so much money that I can cover my costs for the rest of my life, even if I don't go to work. Now that's financial independence, and that is when you can theoretically retire even at a younger age. Now you don't have to. If I were to move to a low-cost area, I would already be financially independent. But that's not the way I want to live, which is one of the reasons why I keep working. But what I do have, and you can too, is number 1, autonomy. Because when financially independent, you can live life on your own terms. You don't have to stay at a job that you don't enjoy. Or maybe you do enjoy, but it's just burning you out. Now Ali Abdaal, who is my favorite YouTuber and also a doctor like me, and he used to tell the story when he was still in university, he asked junior doctors and senior doctors what they would do if they would win the lotto. And almost all of them answered that they would keep working, but only part-time. And some also answered that they would stop working altogether, but they stayed in the job because they needed the money. And I think there's so many people who stay in a job that they are not 100% happy with, may it be the job itself or the conditions they work in or just the amount of time they have to put in. And I think that's particularly sad because in our working years from age 20 to 60, we spend the majority of time doing that. And I saw this post from Stephen Bartlett, which is titled The 6 Most Important Graphs You'll Ever See. And it's about how much time you actually spend with the different people in your life. And on average, from 20 to 60, we spend more time with our co-workers than with our partner or family or friends. And that's quite a lot of time. And I think what this tells us is that we should use our profession very carefully and that we should not hesitate to shift if it's not what we expected. And when you're financially independent, you have the autonomy to decide what you work, how much you work, from where you work, and also with whom you work. And that alone, I think, just takes a lot of pressure off. And that, I think, is a terrific place to be in. Reason number 2 is your loved ones. As the graph also shows, we don't actually spend that much time with the people that are most important to us. And there was the study, one of the longest studies that have ever been done, about what actually leads to happiness. I will link the TED Talk in the video description. And the answer to that question, the most important factor of our happiness is having quality relationships. Not health, not career, not money, but quality relationships. And of course, that doesn't mean that all the other factors don't play a role at all. They're just not as important as we think them to be. And I think not having this financial pressure and being able to spend that time with your loved ones as often as you want is just so valuable. Reason number 3 is prepare for the unforeseen. And we can prevent a lot of things in life. We can prevent certain diseases by taking care of ourselves, like our physical health through exercise and diet, and our mental health also through diet and exercise and meditation. We can prevent some major crises by just not provoking them, like getting an insurance for health issues or also for your car. But we cannot prevent everything. Life is unpredictable and sometimes bad things happen to good people. And with the emergency fund, we are already preparing for 6 to 12 months in case something happens to us. So during that time, money is not an issue. And becoming financially independent in a way is an extreme version of being prepared. So if something happens to you and you cannot go to work or you don't want to work anymore, you can keep paying your bills without depending on someone else, like the state or your spouse or your family. And even if something happens not to you, but to someone close to you that requires you not going to work anymore, then you can fully concentrate on that situation. And of course, those situations don't happen very often, but if they do, it's so valuable that you don't have additionally to worry about money. Being financially independent also gives us the freedom of choice. You can decide to spend more time with your family because you don't work anymore or you only work part-time. You can decide where you want to live. Maybe your job ties you to a specific area that you don't like, and financial independence allows you to move wherever you want. And this relocation doesn't even have to be permanent. You could do a mini retirement a la Tim Ferriss that he's talking about in his book, The 4-Hour Workweek, where you take a few months off and you go live somewhere you want and test it out. And I don't know about you, but I do like to see new cities and go to museums and go shopping and sleep in nice hotels and go to nice restaurants and cafes. But for all of those little treats, you just need money. And I do remember a time, and that's also in some cases still true for me, is that I'm not as free in my choice as I would like to be. And I think the more money is a problem, the less choice you actually have. And I don't like that for me. And reason number 5 is fulfillment. When you're financially independent, because you can decide what you want to do, you can choose something that fulfills you. If this is your job, you can keep it. If it's something else that also makes money, great. But that's not the sole purpose anymore, because now it's not about money. Now it's about the game, it's about play, it's about fulfillment. And it can also be something you just do for the sake of doing it, like charity or giving free education or making pottery, playing the violin, reading, writing, learning new things, whatever it is. Someone I know actually went to university again after he actually retired at 65. So I can imagine that it'll surprise you what options actually open up when we get to that point where it's not all about money anymore. If you can think of some more reasons to be able to retire as soon as possible, I would love to hear about it in the comments. I hope you got some inspiration of this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.